So welcome to this session on web designing with CSS. So in this particular session, we are going to discuss about CSS, that is nothing but cascading style sheets. So what is meant by CSS? CSS stands for cascading style sheets. So CSS, it is used to improve the appearance of HTML document. As we know, HTML is defining the structure of the website, while CSS is used to improve the appearance of the HTML document. Means using CSS you can give the font, you can give the font size, you can change the color, you can change the background color, you can give the border and many things. So that is possible with the help of CSS. Now CSS, it describes how HTML element should be displayed. How means what is the appearance, what will be the color of that particular element, what will be the background of that element, what will be the font of the element. So it describes how HTML should be displayed, and this is done by using CSS, that is a cascading style sheets. Now normally the CSS, whenever you want to apply the CSS, this is the normal syntax of CSS. There is a selector and then property and value. So such type of pair you must assign. If suppose the color is the property, then what is the value? Maybe blue, maybe red, that is a value. So color is the property and blue or red or orange, it is a value. So there should be property and value pair. And what is by selector? Selector means if you want to assign this particular value to the h1 tag, so that is nothing but a selector. That is nothing but selector. If you want to assign it to the paragraph, so that is nothing but a selector. So selector and then property value pair, in that pair you can assign the CSS. Now for example is given h2 is a selector, means it is a tag, HTML tag, and we want color as a pink. So property is color, the value is pink. Now if I want to align the text, so text align is a property and center is the value. So similar way you can assign the CSS for the particular element. Now how to apply the CSS? So in applying the CSS, if you want to apply the CSS to the HTML document, there are three ways. By using three ways you can apply the CSS. Those three ways are: first is inline CSS. You can apply the CSS to the particular element in inline. Second is you can internally apply the CSS, and third way is to apply externally. So what is the inline CSS, what is internal CSS, and what is the external CSS? Now we'll begin with the inline CSS. So inline CSS, in this, using style attribute, you have to use the attribute style attribute of HTML element and assign the property value. Assign the property and value, that is called as inline CSS. So using the style attribute of the HTML element, you can assign the inline CSS. Now here is the one example. If suppose h2 is the tag, then you are applying the style. You must use the style attribute. Style is equal to, and in double inverted comma you have to give property and value pair for that particular element. So that is nothing but how you can apply the inline CSS. Now the inline CSS, it is used to apply unique style to single element. So wherever, if suppose there are 3-4 h2s, means header 2, there are 3 header 2s, but if you apply to the particular element, then it is applicable to that particular element only. It is not transferred to other elements. So in case of inline CSS, it is used to apply unique style to the single element. So here is the HTML file which has h1 tag written as inline CSS, and we have paragraph tag as inline CSS applied paragraph tag as an inline CSS applied to the particular element wherever required. Now we'll copy this particular link. I will copy the full path and I will open into the Google Chrome and I will paste here. Now you can see this is the output of whatever HTML code I have written. So inline, it is shown in a black color and bold, and this is the second, means paragraph line. So inline CSS applied to the particular element wherever required. Now I want to change the appearance of it, and here I will use the inline CSS. How to apply the inline CSS I will show you. Now suppose I want to change the color of the h1. H1 means the header. So in that case you have to use style is equal to, and in double inverted comma you have to give color property or color, color, and what is the property or what is the value of it. So you can give as a pink. Now save this, Control S, and now refresh this page. Now you can see this inline CSS is now in the pink. So using CSS you are improving the appearance. Similarly, you can apply for the property for the paragraph. Now here I will write style is equal to, and in double inverted comma, if suppose I want color as color as a suppose red. Now you can save it and you can see what happens with this. You can refresh it, so it is now red. Now you can have the background for this element as a paragraph element. So I can have semicolon, and then I will write background. So background, if suppose it is a gray, background is gray. Now I will save it and I will see what happens with this background. Now here is the background for this particular paragraph. You can apply background to the h1 tag also. Now suppose here you can add semicolon and background, and you can have this as a yellow. Now you can save this, Control S, and now refresh it. So this is the yellow background to the first heading, and you have gray background for the paragraph. Now suppose I want to change the background of the complete page. So that is nothing but you have to apply the property value pair for the body. So I can have this body tag, and inside the body tag I have to use the style is equal to, I want to change the background. What background I want? If suppose I want blue color background. Now you can change this, you can refresh it, and you can see there is a blue color background for the complete page. H1 having different background, H2 means paragraph having different background. Now suppose I have one more H1 means heading. So I will write here as a Google, for example, and if I refresh it, Control S, and if I refresh it, now here you can see the Google, even I have applied the style to the h1 tag, it is applicable to the first h1 tag only. It is not applicable to the second. Means in case of inline, you are selecting a single element and you are applying the style. So that is nothing but about inline CSS. Now next, second type of CSS that how you can apply it is the internal CSS. So in case of internal CSS, you have to define the CSS in the head section using within style element. So what you have to do, you will have the head tag, head and closing of the head. So in between head tag you have to write the style element. So style and closing of the style, and in between style you have to assign the property value pair to the particular selector. So internal CSS applies style to the single HTML page. So this is possible, or using internal CSS you are applying the style, you are applying the CSS to the single HTML page. In case of inline, what is inline? It is used to apply for the single element, and using internal CSS you are applying the CSS to the single HTML page. Now here is one example. Head, inside the head whatever we have, it is not displayed on the page, we know that, but inside the head we can apply various things. That is one thing as applying the style. So you have to write a style tag, and inside the style tag you have to write a selector and property value pair. So here h1 example is given. Now here I have the same file, HTML file, where h1 tag p and h1. Now in this case I am going to apply internal CSS. So how to apply the internal CSS? You have to apply internal CSS in the head tag. So use style tag. So there is opening style and closing style tag, and inside the style tag you have to select a selector. So what is the selector? It will be h1, it will be paragraph, it will be body, and apply the CSS to that body or h1 tag or paragraph. Now I will use the body. So I will write body and then curly bracket, and inside the curly bracket you have to write the property and value. Suppose I want to use background, and the means color of the background is, suppose for example, gray. I want to give gray color. Then I will save it, Control S, and I will copy this path of internal CSS full path, and I will open into the Google Chrome. Now here you can see the background of the page, it is gray in color. Now I will apply the CSS to the h1 tag. Now I will apply h1 tag, so that here I will write h1 and then curly bracket, and inside that I will write the property and value pair. So first property I will use the color, and I will give color as, suppose, pink. Then semicolon. Suppose I want to apply background to the h1, so I will write background, and it will be, suppose, red, red. Instead of that I will write yellow. Okay, now I will save this and I will refresh it. Now here the h1, both h1s are taken into consideration, but in earlier inline case you are selecting a single selector, means it may be single h1 tag and you are applying separately. And in case of inline, if you are using a selector as a h1, wherever there is a h1 it will be applied to all h1. Now I will apply to the paragraph. I will write for the paragraph, so p and then curly brackets. I will have the color as you can have color as yellow, and suppose background is blue. Okay, now I will save this and I will refresh this page, and you can see this is having a color and yellow color, and background is a blue. So similarly you can apply for all. So this is called a selector. So here is the body as a selector, h1 as a selector, p as a selector. Now, so this is about how you can apply the internal CSS. So in case of internal CSS, you are writing a CSS or the style into the style tag, and which should be written in the head of the particular web page. So inside the head you have to write inside the style. So that is about internal CSS. What type of applying the CSS, that is external CSS. In case of external CSS, you have to write a style sheet and save with the extension .css. So here you are creating a separate file for CSS, that is nothing but a style sheet, and you are saving with .css extension. Now after writing all the selector property values inside this, what you can do, you can add the link of that file in the head tag. You have to apply the link of that file in the head tag. How you can apply this? By using the link tag, link rel is equal to style sheets, and h reference. In href you have to give the name of the file. So that is nothing but how you can apply the external CSS to the web page. And in case of external CSS, if the file is changed, means style sheet file is changed, your elements or effect of the elements or style of the elements will change. So that it is better to apply external CSS, because as per your requirement you have to change just CSS file and it will be applicable to the particular web page. Now we are having this program, same program we are considering, and here we will apply the external CSS. Now in case of external CSS, you are not writing any code into the HTML page. What you are doing, you are creating a new page. If suppose I am creating a new file with name, suppose abc.css. So you have to create a file with the file name .css extension. So this is a file, new file created, and inside the file you have to write whatever tags or whatever selectors you have and property and value pair. Suppose I want body, suppose I am writing body, then you have to give the property and value. So if suppose body as a background color, if suppose background color, so you can assign the background color if suppose it is the uh, gray color. Okay, so this is a body. Then you have selector as H1, and in case of H1 you want color of the font. Suppose it is pink, and you want font and background as suppose blue, semicolon. Then you can apply the font. If suppose I want font style, I want italic, so I will have italic. Okay, so I will save this. Similarly, I will write for the paragraph selector means tag. If suppose the color I want color as a red, then semicolon, I will have font style. If suppose it is opaque, oblique, font style is oblique, I will save this. Now this is the CSS and I have this HTML page. Now I will copy the path of this HTML page and I will paste into the Google Chrome and I will refresh. Now here you can see there is no CSS applied. Still no CSS applied. I will change this program. Instead of inline, it is suppose external. I will write here as a external, and external CSS applied. External CSS applied. So I will save this and I will refresh this page. So you can find this is the web page where CSS is not applied. Even we have written CSS, complete CSS in abc.css. Now how to apply it? What is the way to apply it? Go to head tag, and in the head tag write down link. So this is a link tag you have to use. Link, rel is style sheet, and href. In this reference or href, you have to give the path of the CSS file. What is the CSS? abc.css. Now control S means save this file. Now you can see the changes into the web page. Now here is the changes. This external CSS we have applied the font as well as background color. This having different color as well as body having different color. So this is nothing but how we can apply the external CSS. Now what is the benefit of external CSS? In case of external CSS, if you change the CSS file, these styles will change. So you need not to change the complete HTML file. If suppose I want to change the fonts, or I want to change this particular style of the HTML page, so I will create new CSS file. Suppose it is bc.css, and in bc.css I will have body, different style. Suppose the body. If suppose background color, I will have background color as yellow. Then I will have h1 tag. So h1 selector, here I will have color of it as red. Then background is suppose I want a blue color background, and I will have font style as normal, or you can have oblique. Okay, control S. Now you can have the paragraph. Now P. So here you are having color is suppose green. Then background or font style is italic. Okay, so this is a different file than the earlier, and you want to apply this. You can see this is nothing but earlier effect of the CSS for the web page. Now what you have to do, you have to just go to the HTML page and change the file address. Here it is bc.css. You can save it and refresh the page. Page will be completely changed. So it means that in external CSS you need not to change any HTML file. You just change CSS file and just attach it with the HTML. It will give the effects. So that is nothing but external CSS we have. Now there are various selectors. First selector is element selector. You can select one element and you can apply property value. There is a ID selector, so you can assign the ID to the particular element and you can assign the property value. You can use a class as a selector. You can give the class name and then apply the property value. In case of universal selector, you have to use star. So in case of star, it will be applicable to each and every element or tag in the HTML. Then you can select group of various tags as a selectors. So here it is h1, h2 and p. So whatever property value, it will be applicable to h1, h2 and p in the web page. So this is about CSS selector. Now over here you can compare. This is the inline CSS file. So inline CSS, in the tag itself you are writing the style. In case of internal CSS, you are writing into the body or into the head tag inside the style tag. And in case of external CSS, you are having separate file. You are having separate CSS file and the link you are providing, and based on the link the effect will be applied to the page. So CSS is improving the appearance. It is giving a colors, it is giving appearance, it is giving a font size, background, borders and many things. So that is possible with the CSS. Now we'll discuss about selectors. So here is the selector as a body. Body is one selector where you are selecting a tag as a single selector. Now here is the h1 as a selector. So we are selecting a tag as a selector. Now you can apply here. What happens if you are using h1, then both the h1, this h1 as well as this heading having the same effect, same style. So differentiate between them, you can use id. So I will write here as a id is equal to 1, suppose, or a. I will write id as a, and this is id as id is equal to b. Okay, id is equal to b. Now if I'm using id instead of h1, what I will do, I will apply the effect based on id. So I will write hash a. Okay, hash a. So now you can see the changes. Internal CSS. So internal CSS, you can copy the full path and you can see the changes. You can paste here. Now here you can see only h1 tag, means upper h1 tag having the effects. Lower h1 is as it is, right? Lower h1 is as it is. So this is nothing but how you can apply with the id. Here I am differentiating h1 tags by using id. Similarly, you can differentiate by using a class. Suppose I am using the class is equal to, suppose, ABC. Class is ABC. Now whenever you are using a class, at that time you have to put dot and the name of the class and then give the styles. So this is nothing but how you can have the class and class as a selector. Now you can refresh it. Now you can see the same output you are getting because we have the same effect. So this is nothing but how you can apply using class. Now the next selector is group of selectors. If suppose I want h1 should be the same, means effect for the h1 should be the same as well as paragraph should be same. So I'm using both h1 and p, means group of 2. So control S. Now you can refresh this page and you can see the h1 tag as well as the paragraph tag having the same style. So this is nothing but the selector called as group of selectors. Now next selector is, if you are having the star means universal, means all, it will give effect to the all. So just have this, just save this and refresh this. Now you can see it is applied to the body as well. It is applied to the h1 tag, means paragraph tag, as well as the h2 tag. So this is applied to the all. Universal means it is applied to the all. So that is about the select.